With kids going back to class, you've probably thought of everything from school supplies to after-school activities. But did you know what your child eats for lunch could actually affect his health and performance? With us this morning to show us some poor school lunch choices is our fitness expert, Wes Cole. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is very important.
Well, we're going to get started today. A lot of parents, sometimes they think that they're doing okay, but oftentimes, especially with the busy schedule that most parents have, they don't have time to look at some of the labels. And today we're going to go for some of the good stuff.
So the first thing to avoid when packing the school lunch is the prepackaged lunches.
Prepackaged lunches, they're so convenient. Kyle, come right out here. Kind of give you an example. This is a popular brand. Thank you, Kyle. You look at something like this, and it's just so easy. You can just grab it and you can throw it, just in the basket. But it doesn't take a nutritionist. If you look on the nutrition labels, I mean, it's so high in calories, it's so high in fat and sugar, and it's just absolutely horrific in sodium. The thing about it is there are better options in this. I actually looked in the same exact area that I bought this. Nowadays, they have lower sodium versions. They have some health wraps, some sandwiches, but nachos and cheese, that's not really the most balanced meal. So if you take a little bit more time, I know parents are real busy these days, but they take a little bit more time, I guarantee your kids will probably feel better.
The nachos sound good,
they
but
do.
Probably not the most healthy choice.
Not the best choice.
Okay, the next item to avoid are the Chewy Candies.
Well, you talk to any dentist. Kyle, come on out here. This kind of example. We did a little fitness camp for kids. Here you go, Kyle. I did a little fitness camp for kids this last year, and I noticed just how many kids, it's almost like it's Halloween year round. I mean, they're just carrying a lot of candy. Most dentists will tell you that the sticky, the caramel, like the gummy bears, the gummy worms, they're the worst thing for the kids' teeth, especially when you're considering the fact that most kids are not packing a toothbrush or toothpaste with it.
Not.
So, you want to be real careful with that. Also remember that kids, especially elementary age, choking is a real hazard. So if you give some kids some gobstoppers or some hard candy for lunch, they're going to eat a little bit and they're going to put it in their pocket, and then they're going to go run around in the recess and they're going to be popping some in their mouth. So
not safe.
Not safe.
What about the fruit snacks, like the Chewy fruit snacks?
The Chewy fruit snacks are good too, but even a lot of dentists will tell you that a lot of it can stick to your teeth and stuff and they're not sugar free. So they got a lot of sugar on them. So you want to be careful. A little bit's all right, but not every day.
All right, the next item to avoid are the sugary drinks, of course.
Well, actually, my generation, it was the pop and the soda, and we've talked about how much sugar is in soda.
Yes.
And we've talked about, in my opinion, I think that's led to a big obesity epidemic. I think this generation, I've been noticing kind of a trend. It's not so much the pop as it is the energy drinks.
Yes,
and to give you
true.
And to give you an example, this is real popular for high school and middle school kids, but to give you an example, this just one can has 280 calories. So it's a lot of sugar, and it's also got enough caffeine and enough sugar to make a 200-pound man, be bouncing up the wall. So if you give this to, an 80-pound, 10-year-old kid, you're going to have some problems. So, definitely you might want to limit that to maybe, I don't know, maybe for the weekends or something like that, or right before activity.
I know a lot of people who'll drink several of these a day.
Absolutely. Well, and another thing, too, a real trick with marketing is they're including juice in it. This is the energy drink with juice. And if you actually look at it, there's actually more sugar with the juice. So there are some sugar-free versions if your kid just loves energy drinks, but you might want to, keep it down a couple times a week.
Steer clear of that. All right, good advice. You've made a lot of kids very upset, though.
Yes, I know.
All right, now time to answer some questions from our viewers. This first question comes from Mike. I read a fitness magazine that said short, intense cardio like sprinting is the best. Is this true?
Well, all we have to do is look in the Olympics to see how fit and athletic, the 100 and 200 meter sprinters look. And it's getting a lot of attention right now. It's called high intensity interval training. Sprinting or going all out, for 50 or 100 yards. It builds muscle. It actually decreases appetite. It does a lot of things, and also increases your metabolic rate just a little bit after exercise. There's a lot of great benefits, so it's getting a lot of attention. The problem is that you just can't sprint every day. I mean, if you worked that hard every day, you would burn yourself out, and your chance for injury. Only if you're maybe an elite athlete or in real good shape could you do it more than 3 or 4 times a week. So stick to you want to have maybe long days where you run, and maybe you can do maybe once or twice a week. But any more than twice a week, you want to be real careful. You end up hurting yourself.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Wes. If you have a question that you would like Wes to answer, just go to the weekend morning section of our website, kjrh.com. Click on the habitual health link, or you can give Wes a call, 749-0960, or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan.